Don, with the type of penalty that Zemgus got, are you at all afraid that he may get a suspension?
I haven't looked at it yet, Paul. I wouldn't want him to get a suspension, obviously. But as far as afraid of it, no, I think that not thinking about it right now, no.
Don, this morning you said the preference was to give Dustin the night off, give him time to think, get back to his game. So at the end of the first period there tonight, I mean, how difficult was it to have that conversation? What led to the decision ultimately to make the change when you did?
Well, we needed a change. It just needed to happen. Ticker came in, Dustin came in, and was good. He was real good. He looked good. He looked comfortable. It took him a couple minutes. Obviously, it's tough to jump in. But he looked like himself in there, which was great. After obviously not looking so much like himself in the last game. So that was definitely a positive.
I'm sure you didn't like the third period. Do you think that was maybe the result of some frustration that set in because you guys didn't get any results in the second when you were getting more opportunities and playing your game?
Yeah, I guess I liked the first 10 minutes of our game. And the second period, I thought was okay for us. So half of the game we did what we needed to do and should do, and it was the other half that was lots to clean up and work on. So the third was we made some just didn't get pucks, played too much of the early period when we had opportunity to get continue what we did in the second was put pucks behind and get to put pucks to areas we could pursue. We didn't do that right away in the third. We had chances or pucks to the net when we had chance, which makes it awful challenging. I mean, it's simple. Their game plan was really simple. That's what they did from the outset. And it forces teams to defend.
Don, you guys had another 4 or 5 minute meltdown tonight that kind of ended up deciding the game. Just can you put your finger on just what's happening for these, short little periods of time that teams are exploiting you guys?
Well, we're gonna obviously, look at that, Bill, and try to figure out what to do next. But we got to keep pushing ahead, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, we have to fight through and compete. And, if it's going to change, it's going to be those core competitiveness. And obviously we can look at the film and tweak, can you technically do this better? Push a guy to the outside, have a better stick on puck, small details that we will absolutely look at. I looked at a few just after the game that need to be better. And that will be our focus. Absolutely, Bill.
Now, when you take a look at it, I know mistakes are made in when that barrage is happening, but the last two games, is it too simple to just say you need to get a save sometimes in there just to kind of bail your guys out a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable saying, never have I been comfortable as a coach trying to say it's a goaltending thing. I mean, there's things that, even if at times, you thought maybe that could have been a save, you still look at the things that led to that and work to improve those. And, so it's the case, and that was a goal we didn't like. There's other things that we could turn our attention to that are within our control to become better at. And we have that opportunity to become better at it. So, this little stretch here is exposing us to things that we need to target and become better at. And we will become better at it going through this. Unfortunately, we're going through it, and we've gone through it to this point. We got to find a way to be better.
Thank you, Don.